Welcome to Rom Wills Money Matters. Anything related to food is good business. Anything. Remember the other week I was talking about the hair business. Look, just like I always say, anything related to hair, you can make money because hair always grows back. You know, there's hair companies, most companies that deal with hair ain't complaining about a recession. Because that's the beauty of like the hair thing. Hair always grows back. And even if you don't have hair, especially with men, a lot of men going bald, they letting their beards grow out. And indeed, you got businesses where they making clippers just to deal with your body hair now. Manscaping. You can make money and it always grows back. Think about food. You got to eat. Like the three things you always going to make money with: food, clothing, and shelter. People got to wear clothes. You can always make money with clothes. You can always make money with shelter. People got to lay their head somewhere. Even homeless people need tents. Seriously, you got these tent cities popping up. Trust me, somebody's making money with it. And some other entrepreneurs, even with that, just another thing, they need bathrooms too. You got some entrepreneurs setting up porta potties in some of those places. It's that deep. And, it's messed up, but when you see those tents, those are nice tents, shelter and food. The one thing we always got to do, we got to eat. Eat. Like most people may eat 3 good meals a day. Even those people talking about intermittent fasting, they got to eat something. Indeed, a lot of times they might eat their 3 meals just in that 8-hour period. We got to put substance substance into our bodies, and anything related to that makes money. Now, the obvious way is maybe some restaurant or something like that. Let's talk about that. I've been familiar with some young people who started restaurants, particularly vegan restaurants in this area. They always reach a level of success. Only time, now one did go out of business, but it wasn't because they weren't getting customers. It was because of COVID. That you couldn't fight that. But then similar businesses are still there. Like if you look in the vegan community, I've talked about the vegan economy. You got an increasing amount of people who aren't eating meat anymore. And even vegetarians, they don't eat anything related to meat. Like vegetarians don't eat anything with eggs because that can become a bird and that's an animal. But there's a lot of money to be made. It's still food related. Like everything from food, from the growing of food. Okay, farming. Like I know a gentleman, he lives in a Richmond area and he's real big on urban farming and he's always setting up stuff. Thing is, if you have that could be just a business in itself. Say you have maybe an acre of land or a couple of acres. It could be in the middle of the city. It could be anywhere as long as the food grows. There are many farmers, they take food where they will make money because they grow the food and then they'll take it to a farmer's market. 4 times a month to a farmer's market, maybe just on the weekends, wherever they selling food, and they's like boom, 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 people buying it because they like it. You got farmers, they always going to make money. And then if you have a bigger farm, you can make money just, getting into the stores, getting into places of that nature directly. And indeed, even if you don't grow the food, remember I did a video a couple weeks ago talking about logistics. That's very important. Logistics, trust me. Anybody can go on strike in this country. If logistics people go on strike, there's a problem. In fact, that was the problem the last year or so with the supply chain. Food, not just food, but everything wasn't leaving the docks. They were having trouble. You got to have logistics. So you're still making money with that. Packaging. You got companies for packaging. A lot of stuff. You look at a lot of businesses, it's simply related to food. It could be a business that creates, I was aware of a business that had products when me and my co-parent years ago, she was making cookies and I was looking into some of those like wholesale places that had packaging. Think about it, they're not even making the food, they're making the packages for like the spoon, like those spoons, forks, napkins, paper towels, anything that goes into a restaurant. Shoot, you can even argue toilet tissue because the food got to come out too. Let's think about it. And then of course, grocery stores. When I was talking about specifically in the African American community, specifically, and you know, there's always talk about circulating dollars. I said, shoot, you want to circulate dollars, create some grocery stores. That's often the first place people go. It's normal for a grocery store to be crowded on a Friday. That's when people get paid. And that's regardless of the community. But what's that? Food related. Food related. Think about it. It's so many things you can come up with. Desserts, everything. Food related. You know, definitely restaurants. Definitely restaurants. I mean, think about it. You got some restaurants, high end, they paying their chefs a great money just to make some plate with a little piece of meat, a little vegetable, make it look nice. It's still food related. A bit much for me. Give me one of those places. Shit, give me a buffet. I can just stuff the stuff on. It don't have to look pretty. It's going to be decomposed in my stomach anyway. But no, that's the thing though. That's the thing. If you have something related to food, you can make money. Then the only issue is how good you are at it. That's it. I remember I used to watch the Food Network a lot, and the chefs on there would say, hey, regardless of what you cook, it got to taste good. So yeah, all that other stuff comes into it, of course, but it's still related to food. And the beauty of it is people always got to get it. People always got to eat. You just have to have something that they like to eat. That's it. That's it. Or something related to it. And like I said, even logistics, you might say, okay, say you decide to start a small business and you might have a good box truck. You're an independent business person, you got a box truck, and you know what, you might hit a bunch of farms, say, look, I can get your stuff to save you some time, a little bit of money here, I can get your stuff to different places, I'll deliver it for you. Boom. There you go. There you go. Even just dealing with it. And indeed, if you talk about other stuff, in the business part of it, you still need accountants. Depending on what you're selling, you might need some marketing people. You know, still might need it depending on the nature of your business, how big it is, might need an attorney. See how all this is working? And then you have some food expos too. You might be an event planner and say, hey, I'm gonna have a vegan food expo. There's actually one coming up in the Baltimore area. Or has it happened yet? By the time y'all see this, it might have happened already. But that's the point. What's it related to? Food. You got whole lifestyles based around food. So anything related to food is good business. All right? So always remember that. So anyway, you got something good to eat, especially some buffalo wings? Well, I'm slowly becoming vegan. If you got some good vegan buffalo wings, yeah, come holler at a brother. So anyway, though, you know the deal. Let's go make that money.